Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're decoding the first semester syllabus for BA Honors in English from the University of Delhi. Okay, so let's get right into it. Now, you might look at a syllabus and think, ugh, just a long list of rules and readings. But nope, we're not going to do that. We are going to treat this thing like a treasure map, one that's going to guide you through your very first and very awesome academic adventure. So like any good treasure map, this one has a bunch of different territories to explore. Let's imagine your first semester is like the first big meeting of a brand new English club. And this map, well, it's broken down into 5 main types of courses, and each one is like a different activity we all get to do together. Okay, so this gives you the whole layout, kind of like a bird's eye view of your entire semester. You see, we're going to start with the main storybooks that everyone in the club reads. But then, and this is the fun part, you get to choose your own adventures. You can branch out, learn some really cool new things, and even explore subjects that are totally different. All right, let's zoom in on the heart of the map. We're talking about the 3 discipline-specific core courses, or DSCs for short. Think of these as our main storybooks. They're the foundational adventures that every single person in our club has to take on. No exceptions here. So your first big adventure is all about getting the right gear for the journey. It's called Introduction to Literary Studies. And this is where you get the tools to really understand novels, poetry, and plays. It's almost like learning how to read the secret codes that are hidden inside every single story you pick up. And you get to test out these new tools on some absolutely incredible works. I mean, you'll be diving into the witty, sharp social commentary of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. Then you'll get the beautiful, profound poetry of Wordsworth. And you'll also explore the really powerful family drama in a modern play by Mahesh Dotani called Tara. Okay. Next up on our core adventure list, we're basically jumping in a time machine and heading way, way back to ancient Greece and Rome. This course, European Classical Literature, is all about exploring the very beginnings of Western storytelling and thinking. And when I say epic, I mean epic. You're going to sail the high seas with Odysseus in the Odyssey. You'll wrestle with these huge questions about justice in Sophocles' Antigone, and you'll even get into Aristotle's Poetics to understand how drama is built from the ground up. Seriously, these are the stories that have shaped how we think for centuries. And for your third core adventure, we're taking another deep dive, but this time into the incredibly rich and diverse literary traditions of ancient India. This course will introduce you to some of the foundational works that have shaped the entire cultural and literary landscape of the subcontinent. It's just fantastic stuff. So, what will you be reading? Well, you'll get to engage with parts of one of the world's greatest epics, Vyasa's The Mahabharata, and really explore these complex ideas of duty and conflict. And then you'll switch gears and read Kalidasa's famous play, which is this masterpiece of romance and drama. It gives you a totally different way of looking at storytelling. Okay, we've covered the main quests. Now for the really fun part, where you get to customize your own map. It's time to pick your side quest. You'll do this by choosing one generic elective, or GE, from a department that's completely different from English. And what's so cool about this is just how many different options you have. I mean, look at this list. The whole point is to get you thinking across different subjects. You could explore how business works, or dip into economics, or even study the history of Delhi. It's your chance to see how all these other fields connect back to literature and connect your English degree to, the real world. Okay, so we've got our main storybooks and our first side quest. Let's move on to the last 3 types of courses. You can think of these as gathering all the extra tools and skills you'll need for your journey. They're designed to make you a really well-rounded explorer. This table breaks it down really nicely. Each one has a different mission. The first one, ability enhancement, that's like taking care of our clubhouse planet. Everyone has to do it. Then, for the other 2, you get to choose again. You pick one skill enhancement course to learn a cool new thing and one value addition course for some extra fun. So the compulsory one is all about environmental science. And you might be wondering, wait, why environmental science for an English major? Well, it's because stories don't just exist in a bubble, right? They happen in the real world, on our planet. This course gives you a solid understanding of ecosystems and sustainability, which is just super important for everyone to know. Next up is your Skill Enhancement course, or SEC. Again, you get to choose one, and these are all about learning a practical skill. We're talking real-world stuff here. You could learn about personal finance, which, let's be honest, is super useful, or you could work on your everyday communication skills. Or, how cool is this? You could even explore Hindi theater, Rangmanch, and see stories come to life on stage. And last but not least, we have the Value Addition courses, the VACs. Think of these as your extra fun activities. You get to pick one, and they're all about adding a little something extra to your journey. You could read more Indian fiction in English, learn about constitutional values, dive into the Indian bhakti traditions, or even practice the philosophy of yoga. It's all about adding more value and fun to your adventure. So, we've looked at all the different parts. What does the final map for your first semester actually look like when you put it all together? Let's take a look. Yeah, this chart really sums it up perfectly. Your whole semester is made up of 7 courses. You've got your 3 core storybooks that everyone reads. You have that one important mission to help the planet. And then you have 3 whole courses that are your choice. That's almost half your semester that you get to design yourself, which is pretty amazing. And what this all adds up to is a really balanced semester. It's a mix of that foundational literature, your own personal choices, and some essential life skills. You see, the whole point isn't just to make you an expert in literature. It's about helping you become a more well-rounded, curious, and capable person overall. So there you have it. Your map is ready. This first semester is your big chance to start a really unique academic adventure. The main path is there, but there are so many side quests and hidden trails to explore. The only question left is, what are you going to discover?